many of you could speak 2 languages? Can you please stand up? Okay, thank you so much. How about 3? 3 remains standing. Great. 4. Wow. 5. Okay, 4. Okay, Stacy. Can you please tell me I love you in those 4 languages?
Yes.
Just in order to test your proficiency.
Look at someone.
Look at Kafir.
Very sandy.
And I love you.
Okay.
And 我爱你。我 hardly.
What's that? What's the language?
It is my father and mother language in the mainland.
Wow, thank you so much. Please sit down. So, not many people like Stacy could speak 4 languages, right? Are you learning a different language nowadays? Is it difficult? How long do you think it takes to learn a language? Wow, I saw some people, Derek, shaking his head. It's difficult, it's frustrating, isn't it? There is a language. There is a theory in second language acquisition. It's called threshold hypothesis. So you almost got it correct. So what is a threshold? In ancient China, every gate has a threshold. A threshold is a stone or a piece of wood forming the base of a door. So if you have been to China, when you enter the door, what do you need to do? First, you need to lift up your feet in order to enter. But sometimes the threshold could be too high. Let's imagine how a toddler could walk inside a door. Let's imagine Carfield's future son.
In the making.
Garfield. Trying to step inside the door. It could be difficult, right? He's this tall and the threshold is this tall. So how could he possibly enter? It's not easy, isn't it? Don't laugh. When we start learning a second language, we all like a baby. We have to start from some mumbo jumbo, like mama, baba, and eventually we work hard, practice every day, and finally we reach the threshold and enter the gate of success. Take me for example. I didn't grow up in an English environment. So outside school and inside school, people do not speak English at all. But you might be surprised why I could speak English today. Even students graduating with an English degree, they could not speak English at all. But when I go to college, I fell in love with this language. It's systematic, it's artistic, and it's powerful. So I fell in love with this language. I practice every day with my Chinese friends, teachers. I seek every chance to practice. I even went to the States to learn English. I become very open-minded with mistakes, and I become very outgoing with people as well. So one time when I was on a bus, there was a Western-looking guy sitting opposite to me, and we looked into each other and smiled. So I thought this is a good chance to practice. So I said, "Hi, how are you?" And he looked into me. 听不懂. Oh, so I found out that he's actually a Xinjiang person who has a foreign-looking face, but he comes from Xinjiang, so he's 100% Chinese. So this is just one of the silly mistakes I have ever made when I was learning English. And after a few years of study, I finally reached the threshold, And today, I could not only speak English fluently, but I have become a researcher in linguistics. And I still like going to activities where people could exchange languages. One night, when I was ordering a drink, there was a guy talking to me in perfect Beijing native Mandarin. And when I turned around, he has a Western-looking face. Based on my past experience, I thought he must be from Xinjiang. And so I talked to him. He told me that he's French, but how could he have a perfect Beijing native accent? So I talked to him more to get to know more about his stories. He said he's a student in City U, so whenever his classmates went out together, they always speak in Mandarin, and he felt left behind. So in order to revenge his classmates, when he was doing his study for the past 3 years, he listened to Mandarin broadcasts and radio every day, consciously and subconsciously, 12 hours a day. For the past 3 years, 12 hours a day, that's almost like the time that when we are awake. So he told me that when he was working on his thesis, so he just listen to his Mandarin broadcasts and work on the thesis. And when he finished work, when he go home, he watch Mandarin cartoon like a little child. So after 12 hours a day of input, and after 3 years of listening to Mandarin, he not only graduated with a PhD degree in mathematics, but also he has gained a fluent Mandarin Chinese. Wow, so I was impressed. So I think a threshold hypothesis not only applies to learning a second language, but also in our lives. So my dream is to become a linguist, and I have achieved it. My other dream is to become a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
But the funniest joke I've ever made is I said I want to become a stand-up comedian. And also, what about you? What are your dreams? We always have a threshold for everything. As long as we work hard towards it and put into a lot of time and effort, we will eventually succeed. Thank you.